So it's been quite a while now since I've talked to a girl in hopes of pursuing her romantically, and I'd say it's not really because I'm scared of talking to a girl, but more because it's been a while since I've had the chance to meet the right person, and also because I'm genuinely scared of having a first date. Like, notice how when you ask someone out and they say yes, it's like the best news ever, until when it's actually time for the date, you're like, wait, shit bro, I'm not actually married to them yet. I can deadass blow this. Really, when it comes down to a first date with someone, either nothing happens or everything does happen, and there is no way to cheat yourself out of it. Like, it genuinely fucking sucks how unpredictable a first date can be. Like, I am sure somewhere out there in the world today, there's gonna be some dude that thinks that taking his girl to the most fanciest sushi restaurant in the whole country is gonna instantly make her fall in love with him. Just for both of them to pull out their phones after like 10 minutes of small talk on a $5,000 fucking bill. They're just like me for real. I'd say that the best dates you can have with someone are those that are genuinely extremely unpredictable. Some shit like you take her to Takaria's Goku or something and it just happens to be the best date she's ever had in her life. For example, like the reason I actually got to writing this video is because, you know, earlier today I went downstairs and walked a bit to my nearest convenience store, just trying to chill really. It was like 6 PM and you know, it's just a normal everyday convenience store. But the difference is that outside this one store, specifically, they have chairs and a table outside for people to sit down after they buy, you know, their hot dog or an empanada, and they're just always there because it's open 24/7. Anyway, I grabbed some snacks, but there was only one girl working at the store at that time, and the customer that was ahead of me in the line had asked the girl to cook him some instant ramen, so she just disappeared, and I was waiting behind the guy when I noticed this dude and this girl come into the store. And they're laughing but arguing at the same time. And because it's such a small store, I could understand everything they were saying and they were like,
So, you want anything?
Do I want anything?
Yeah.
How the fuck did we end up here? You know we're like an hour away from my house.
You said you wanted to eat.
Yes, but why here?
I mean, why not here? It's a convenience store.
When I finally left the store, I saw them together drinking a soda outside, and to me, that was like the most beautiful shit I'd ever seen before, man. Like, he's just like me for real. I don't know why to me that was actually romantic as fuck. Like, I'm sure a girl would rather cross the entire city with you for you to end up eating in a convenience store than forget about you after some boring date in a mall. In my case, I remember this one date I had with a girl back in December, and I met her because she was offering to help my aunt with some work after just finishing high school. And I was staying over in my aunt's house, which meant I spent the whole day with my aunt in her office, and therefore also with this girl. I remember she sat down next to me while I spent the day just editing my videos, and my aunt wanted me to talk to her, so she low-key assisted me by asking the both of us to get some coffee to refill the machine in the office, and this led to me asking for her number, and then asking her, like, you know, if she wanted to hang out after she finished her work, and she was like, yes dude, however you have to meet me in this one mall. And that mall was like 10,000 miles away from my aunt's office. So if I wanted to get to that date, I had to cross half of a city I didn't live in just to see this girl. And I did. I spent like an hour and 30 minutes just walking until when I finally met her, she was like,
Yeah, so I wanted to take you to this mall. It's like 30 minutes away.
What? How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair.
And it was like an hour away. You know, at first it was okay, like we were laughing and just talking, but eventually I just stopped being focused on the conversation and more in trying to find out where we were going, and I was like, you sure you were not gonna jump?
Yeah.
Eventually we did get to the mall she was talking about, but it was just so late that the arcade she wanted me to see was closed. And I was like so tired of walking that we just bought a big bag of chips and 2 cans of soda, and after like 30 minutes of just talking and eating the chips, she ordered an Uber, and because I was so tired, she just carried me around like a mom out in the street when we were trying to find the Uber driver. You know, it was so bad that when she got off the car, I stepped up and held the door for her. But when I said bye and hugged her, I forgot I even had the can of soda open, and it all just poured on top of her. And I was like, oh my god. I'm sorry, bye. And then I just got to my aunt's house and went to sleep. We never spoke about it again. I remember this other time where my friend went out on a first date with this girl he met online, and he was telling me how he was very confused because this girl was very freaky in text, but when they actually met up to watch a movie, she started making moves on him, and when he leaned in for a kiss, the girl was like,
Hi.
Huh?
What? Alright, okay.
And I guess he got PTSD from that because after the movie, that was it. You know, that's a reason why I think cinema dates are genuinely stupid. Because if you think about it, why the fuck would you choose to go out on a first date with a girl and spend the whole day watching some movie instead of actually having a conversation? Imagine the movie is so ass that both of you fall asleep. Like, does that even count as a date? If you're trying to watch a movie, just go to her house or invite her to your house. You know, Netflix is like $10 and that usually always ends up better, you know what I mean? Anyway, what I'm trying to get to with this video is that you shouldn't plan everything out. For example, if you're a guy and you have a first date coming up and you're nervous, picture it like this. She's also nervous too. Both of you are not gonna stop being nervous, so just lose yourself and let her lose herself too. Don't get arrested and don't go to the cinema.
No, might be so bad. You spend your cash on the bitch you never had, yeah. Mama told me, boy, don't lie, so I ain't gonna slide in a shitty by the bag, yeah. My life changed so fast, and I ain't working on myself on last year. Said she never needed no man, but when she with you, said she needs somebody, yeah. And I ain't tryna add no pressure for you. I know that y'all doing extra. She got that doors, let me hit on ya. Baby, I been messed up for you. Said she wanted me to blow her now.